Alright, hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Lawliet versus Blade. This game taking place here on Twisted Meadows. Over here on the top left-hand side of the map, we have, well, Lawliet spawning as the Red Night Elf. Meanwhile, over here, on the top right-hand side of the map, we have Blade spawning as the Blue Human versus Night Elf in this 1v1 matchup. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all of the kind words, donations, and everything of that sort. It's been great watching Warcraft 3 be a topic of discussion. Gossip and bad news is still news, and it is giving a lot of attention and focus to Warcraft 3. There are still open signups for Warcraft 3 at DreamHack Anaheim, which I will be at. It is part of the ESL Pro Tour, and well, I am hoping that we have a full boat there. I am also hoping to be able to cast some of the ESL Pro Tour, at least some of the early rounds. That does line up with my schedule, but well, need to okay it with the family. If you guys haven't already done so, or if you are interested, I do need a little bit of support to set aside some more time in order to Patreon, Twitch subs, all of that would definitely help if you guys do enjoy the content, as opposed to me well, sticking my neck out and not having anything to really show for all of my time, energy, and effort. Alright, Archmage gonna go ahead and try and go for a fast expansion here. Blade gonna be dropping a water elemental. Militia footmen are all down here. Militia trying to be microed back, and purposely and rightfully does so, and is gonna stay alive, adding in a little bit of damage. That is absolutely important. Let's take a look. That Militia could end up getting taken down. No, purposely microed again. Beautifully done by Blade to make sure that he doesn't lose that many units early on. Archmage is sitting at level 1, will get to level 2, gets a Ring of Protection +4, not necessarily the item that he was looking for, and really, well, finally teching into Brilliance Aura as we're moving around here. Alright, Wisp gonna be doing a bit of scouting. Archmage is here too. Let's take a look at what's gonna end up happening. The Warden able to, well, Shadow Strike and take out that footman there, now sitting at level 2 as well. Now, normally human players do not fast expand to the opposite end of the map, and if Blade is able to hold on to that expansion, that would be absolutely key. One thing that Lawliet is going to do, though, is he's going to look at the town hall. He wants to stick around and see when that tech to tier 2 is. If he doesn't see that tech to tier 2, he's going to know that he should be looking for an expansion, as the Shadow Strike goes down onto the footman, picking off low hit point units. Now, Warden, Shadow Strike not quite as successful or as a guarantee of a kill as the Keeper of the Groves Entangle, as the footmen purposely get into harm's way. Meanwhile, up on the other side, Archmage trying to disrupt a bit of creeping, as we're going to take a look. Oh, Water Elemental greets the Ancient of War on the other side, saying, what are you gonna do? Footman now running back around. Warden, Lawliet perhaps knows that something is just not quite right. Looking at the town hall, sees that, you know what, you never tech the tier 2. I'm going to be looking for an expansion, and I found it. Warden going to come across here, try to do, well, Fan of Knives, shut down this expansion before it really gets up. A lot of damage being done. Peasants here are just going to end up falling, and this could feed Lawliet. Meanwhile, off on the other side of the map here, it seems like the human, or Blade with his footman, is going to be able to stop much of the tactics of Lawliet here. But Lawliet is already very close to tier 2, as the Warden continues to put down pressure. More peasants or militia were called to arms here, trying to fight back. Warden not going to be able to stick around for very long, has to be very careful, or at least take down this scout tower. Are we going to start seeing repairs here? No repairs. That's actually going to be a little bit of a downside. There you go, finally getting the repairs off, as we are now shadow melting back across here. Archmage going to be putting on pressure. Blade doing a good job with the supply advantage, but is it going to really amount to anything, as we are looking at another peasant getting taken out? More repairs are necessary, as the Warden is going to be able to deal even more damage, but it looks like the scout tower is going to be up, And with that, the Warden going to be taking taking damage now, and also losing precious mana. All right, Archer finally taken down here. Forest Troll Berserker, double Forest Troll Shadow Priest going to shut down any water elementals that are dropped. And now Blade is going to be forced to retreat back. Militia now looking to fight against this Warden. Warden going to go ahead and Staff of Teleportation out of this hairy situation, but knowing that he couldn't really do all that much. Blade, opposite end of the map, says, you know what? Now that I have held on to my economic advantage, I need to make sure that I'm able to hold on to it here. But, well, a quick abolish magic from the Forest Troll Shadow Priest, well, gonna cause even more problems. Warden going after those units individually, should be able to take down one or two of them. There's a Shadow Strike onto a Footman. Footman down to one more. Well, doesn't even need the chase. Gonna end up getting taken down there. Archmage going to chase back off to the north, still sitting at level 2. We are getting up an Arcane Vault here. Footmen are in position, but they are low on health. Plenty of gold. Tech to tier 2 has not yet begun, as Blade has spent a lot of gold constantly training up peasants and still doesn't have enough lumber for tier 2. Ancient of War taking a beating from the Null Overseer and the Null Wardens here. Archmage going to look to run around, but is he going to be able to shut down or stop anything, as his opponent, Lawliet, is already running on dual Ancients of Lore. Ancient of War off over here, taking a lot of damage, down to 231 hit points, needs to start eating to repair. But now that the Warden is here alongside all of these other units, I believe that Ancient of War will be fine. Ancient of War slowly regenerating some hit points. Archmage wants to make sure that no expansion is being built, sees that there is none. Meanwhile, back across here, Ancient of War still eating up more trees, as we're looking at 42 supply compared to 34. Lawliet definitely with the tech advantage, as he is at tier 2 getting up Dryads and should be starting the tech to tier 3 momentarily. Blade, on the other hand, gonna have the economic advantage. We were taking a look, a lot of Footmen here, one Arcane Tower. This Warden, if it tries to blink Fan of Knives or is able to get off one Fan of Knives, that would be absolutely huge. Archmage needs to dive on through with that Boots of Speed and, well, attempt to do something. Archmage is right here. Is he going to be able to buy anything? Trying to buy the Scroll of Regeneration. There goes the other Scout Tower there. Are we going to be looking at... there you have it. Try to use a Clarity Potion and Boots of Speed. We are looking at this Forest Troll Berserker diving on in, causing so many problems. Not enough Scrolls of Regeneration as the units are putting pressure. That Scout Tower never got upgraded to a Guard Tower, making this a single tower defense, as we're looking at the Dryads diving on in, perhaps to try and poke and remove the healing buff of that Scroll of Regeneration. Footman could get taken down. There's a Fan of Knives, a big one right there. Arcane Tower finally focusing onto the Warden. Warden now out of mana, but the damage could have been done. Massive repairs underway onto that Arcane Tower, as we're looking at Peasant after Peasant could end up getting taken down. Footmen do have Defend. They are able to reflect back much of that damage, and all of a sudden, we're looking at a different scenario. The Warden is in serious trouble. The Archmage needs to put pressure onto that Warden. Warden could end up getting taken down. Scroll of Town Portal right there, as the remaining Dryads and units escape back out. Guard Tower about 25% of the way done. Archmage still sitting at level 2. Scroll of Regeneration and Clarity Potion used. Warden up at the opposite side. Staff of Teleportation to rejoin in on the fight. Teleports down across here. Does have a Potion of Mana for the important plays later. All right, Scout Tower going to go ahead and get taken down very quickly. Repairs are underway. Not going to be in time, as the units are trying to head back again. Dryad taking a lot of damage. All right, Warden going to be able to get off a big Shadow Strike onto Blades. Archmage still trying to head back again. Footman with Defend. 46 supply compared to 47. A big Fan of Knives comes across. Arcane Tower onto the Warden, and the Warden just has to wait until the cooldown is over. Use the Potion of Mana and then Fan of Knives again. And that's exactly what you saw right there, dealing terrible damage to all of those Footmen. Beautifully done, beautifully executed, as the Warden now gets to level 5. Lawliet has been in control of this game, doing well-timed sacrifices, beautiful execution and play, as we're going to look at all of these units try to head back out again. Warden, there you go. There's a Rifleman right there. Archmage, Potion of Healing just in time. Is he going to be able to survive here that much longer? Scroll of Town Portal, no, not going to be able to do anymore. Rifleman trying to join back in as well. but the Rifleman may just be joining the party a bit too late. Militia now going to be coming across here as we're looking at those units trying to pull their way back. One Forest Troll Berserker perhaps not getting the memo to try and fight right here. And more units going to get taken out. Forest Troll Berserker down to 218 hit points. Could try and back out as the Mountain King shows up to the party. Stormbolt onto the Warden. Warden at 153 hit points, but not in danger of falling just quite yet. More damage getting added through. Mountain King down to 359 hit points, but the units are all now looking to retreat back. There's one Rifleman there. That one Rifleman could have one-shotted, one Dryad, and then maybe 2 or 3-shotted another Dryad there. More Riflemen getting added into this fight. We are going dual Arcane Sanctums, and now that Blade has finally stabilized with his expansion, we need to consider what his follow-up moves will be. Warden is dangerously close to level, or is dangerously close to 6, currently sitting at 5. Meanwhile, Panda is out onto the field here. Oh, so many low hit point Dryads. They really need a run. Stormbolt finishes off of the Berserker. Oh, Dryad, if there was any sign of, or if there was a little bit more range, long distance shot on those Riflemen, that Dryad would have been taken down. All right, there's a couple of ensnares. Phantom Knights coming across. Warden gets bolted. More units trying to stay alive here. Warden could be in trouble. Down to 209 hit points. Gonna go ahead and hide herself temporarily. Rifleman getting taken out again as we're gonna see more focus once more. Mountain King is still right there. Warden down to 147 hit points. Stormbolt onto her. Down to 62. Is it going to get taken down? Down to 22. Going to try to get away. Gets taken out. Mountain King sits at level 2. Archmage sits at level 3 as the teleport is successful. Mountain King, Archmage both need to heal. Priests need to get added in. Let's take a look. Rifleman, double priest, and a sorceress here to offer a bit of support. Archmage needs a way to fight its way through. Let's take a look. Handful of units. Archmage, what is it doing? It runs right in here. Could be in serious trouble. Is it going to try and buys a potion of lesser invulnerability in order to dodge anything? Meanwhile, we are looking at slow. Mountain King trying to dive in. Once again, footmen are in position to get in more damage. Archmage, well, adding in more and more damage there. Let's take a look. What can you really pick off here? And eating through the trees, this one Panda able to sneak back home. Blade sitting at 54 supply. Lawliet sitting at 43. A tree of life now being constructed off over here. Archmage very low on hit points. Needs a priest to pretty much full-time heal him all the way back up. As we're going to look at the Archmage and Mountain King do a little bit of creeping. Now, you may be wondering, how is creeping a good idea at this point? Well, you need to have an opportunity. Well, if your priest dies, that doesn't really count. You need opportunities for your priest to actually heal up your units. It does take time to heal, so if the priests are doing the most effective thing they can be doing, which is healing, and your army is doing the most effective thing that it can be doing, which is attacking, that is a good use of time. Robe of Magi picked up by the Mountain King. Up to 330 mana. Tree of Life now trying to set up an expansion here. Mountain King will get to level 3. Archmage will stay at level 3, but will get that much closer to level 4 as we're looking at the units ready to move on out. Alright, Spellbreaker should be looking to steal some of that Inner Fire and that Bloodlust. Not quite sure why he's not going to be doing that. Ring of Protection +5. That Mountain King now with 12 armor overall. And, well, also a potion of lesser invulnerability. Mountain King could get level 2 Thunderclap, but up against an army of Dryads, not that effective. However, up against the Bears, and then perhaps a retrain to Blizzard, that is a lot of Night Elf players' worst nightmare. Slow on all of the Bears, followed by Blizzard, so that they take 2 to 3 rounds of that Blizzard, followed by Spellbreakers, and things get dicey. Talking about dicey, Panda going to be able to, well, perhaps creepjack this right here. This is a bad spot to be in. Dryad, and all of a sudden, Lawliet looks like he could turn things around, going after all of the units. Archmage quickly, Scroll of Town Portal in order to get away. Mountain King, Rock Golem, is it going to get taken down? No, it is not. Staff of Preservation purposely to retreat the Warden back home so that the Panda is the one that gets all the experience. It gets all of the experience right there. Also, Scourge Bone Chimes. And now the Bears do have 10% life regen. Archmage staying at level 3. Mountain King. Mountain King gonna stay at level 3. Archmage should get to level 4 right here. Should have plenty of experience after this Rock Golem and this Forest Troll High Priest. Mountain King picks up Boots of Quel'Tha Lost, as we're seeing the remaining Forest Trolls get finished off for level 2. Or Brilliance Aura.
Our forces are under attack.
Back down. Warden. Anti-Magic Shell. Fan of Knives, making sure, well, to maximize its damage. What does it mean when you have so many dead peasants in this matchup? Oh, Stormbolt is going to come across. Yes, it does. Warden, all of a sudden, now needs to get away. This could be a bad fight for the Warden. Oh, there's a bash as well. Mountain King could come across with another Stormbolt again. There it goes. And the Warden at level 6 falls. Lawliet loses a level 6 Warden. Mountain King, Stormbolt, bash, Stormbolt, enough to finish it off as Blade all of a sudden takes a commanding lead as we're finally looking at Lawliet's expansion up and running. Sorceresses and priests now making their way over. That expansion has been up and running for about a minute, a little bit more than a minute. Spellbreakers are now making its way over as well. 0-1 upgrades. Riflemen have 1-0 upgrades, as we're going to see Ancient of Wonders pretty much get taken out very, very quickly. Are we retraining into Blizzard? No, we haven't seen any of that yet. Bears gonna take a tremendous amount of damage. Mass detonations. Oh, well, there is the Avatar of Vengeance as the Warden was resurrected at the tavern. Breath of Fire and damage over time so high. Scroll of Healing used to counteract it, but still that damage is difficult to deal with. Stormbolt onto the Panda. Panda could lose a lot of mana. Already losing a lot of mana. Spellbreaker is gonna try to go after it. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability transfer back over. Vengeance still coming over here. Druid of the Claw trying to perhaps take down, try to get takedown again. Mountain King and then try to get in front. There is a follow-up bash again. All right, Warden could be in trouble. Mountain King still off over here. Staff of Preservation. Panda gets a bolt off onto the, Mountain King gets a bolt off onto the Panda. Mountain King gonna try to line up a bolt right there, unable to do so. Now gonna go after these units here. All right, there goes a Dryad. Staff of Preservation. Where is the Warden? The Warden is at the very, very far back. Meanwhile, still fighting here. Mountain Giants actually getting taken apart by Spellbreakers just because of sheer numbers. Panda still trying to engage here. Mountain King, Stormbolt finishes off the Panda. Mountain King now sitting at level 5. Archmage is at 4. Mountain King has overtaken the experience just because of killing a level 6 Warden and a level 5 Panda. Mountain King's trying to go after some of these remaining units here. I'm trying to make sure, hey, if you are going to be gutsy enough to resurrect your Panda friend at this point. Oh, is that multiple bash? Is he just bash locking that Forest Troll Berserker? Trying to go after the unit now. Meanwhile, Warden is at 154 hit points. That's going to be bad news right there as we see more bash coming across. All right, units trying to head back every which way. We are looking at multiple guard towers getting constructed inside of the base. That could be bad news as well. Warden, oh, Stormbolt finishes off a bear. Mountain King gonna try and slip away down to 124 hit points. Gonna try to head back here. Scroll of Town Portal to save the base now, as all of these towers are gonna be just forced to be canceled. All right, it did end up forcing a cancellation right there. Just cancel all of these towers again, as the army is now ready to go forth and build another battle here. All right, Fan of Knives finishing off all the peasants. We are looking at a resurrection of the Panda in the center, or at his base, the natural way. Things are not looking good at all, as the Altar of Elders could get shut down again. Meanwhile, coming in from the back, Mountain King sitting at level 5, Archmage sitting at level 4. We are looking at the Altar of Elders about to get shut down here. Meanwhile, once again, a big in income difference gonna be had. All of these Moonwells are gone. Only Bears are going to be able to heal up any more units. There is the Warden. Are we going to see a resurrection at the tavern? We should, as we are looking at, well, Priest and other units trying to just fight their way out here. 0-1 upgrades. Well, Shadow Strike onto a Rifleman will finish him off. One more shot right there. Nope, no Priest nearby, as the Rifleman just ends up dying to the timed life. A guard tower looked like it was trying to put that Rifleman out of his misery. All right, Ancient of Lores and other buildings could all get finished here in just a moment. Moonwell, all of the Moonwells. Are we going to actually supply block? Supply block, yes, we are going to supply block Lawliet. Lawliet is going to be, and now at 63 over 40. Oh, one more shot, come on. 63 over 40 supply here in just a moment, and without those Moonwells, he's going to have a much more difficult time trying to heal. We are sitting on 1,400 gold. Blade is in a great spot, has some lumber issues, but that should not be a problem since he can spend all of that gold on items too. Archmage, here ready to go. Tree of Eternity about to get taken down. Rebuilding his base as quickly as he can. And down across here, we're going to be looking at, well, was the Haunted, oh, the gold mine was already going to be coming to an end. Wisp could be coming across for a detonation here in just a moment. Rifleman also trying to take down the Tree of Eternity, but that's not looking all that effective. Spellbreakers now transitioning back over as we're going to take a look at more and more other units going to fall as well. Double water elementals here. Sorceress's Priest. It looks as though the repairs are no longer underway as the Tree of Eternity will get taken down, followed by the dual Ancients of Lore. Blade has a lot of work to do if he wants to try and win this battle. Archmage, Rifleman, oh, there you go, so much damage. Rifleman, are they going to be able to fight back here? Ancient of Lore going to get taken out. We have the Spirit of Vengeances ready to engage here in just a moment. So much damage going after, straight after that Priest, as we're going to see the, oh, there is invisibility to try to stay alive. Fan of Knives deals some damage. Stormbolt shaken off by a potion, of anti-magic potion. Archmage does not have a scroll of Town Portal. Mountain King could be in serious trouble. Mountain King going to shift its way over. Going to go ahead and force down the Warden. Warden going to get taken down. There you go. Level 5 now on the Archmage. Dropping more water elementals only to see it blown away pretty much instantaneously. All right, now that the Avatar of Vengeance is still here, all you can hope to do is retreat back. Lawliet with that level 6 ultimate, still able to deal so much damage. Stormbolt onto a Mountain Giant again. We're looking at 58 over 84 compared to 55 over 60. Archmage gets a nice invisibility as we see another Stormbolt go down onto that Panda. Okay, Mountain King sitting on a good amount of hit points and mana. If that Panda tries to stick around for far too long, it will just get bolted to death. Stormbolt onto the Mountain Giant. Mountain Giant could take a lot of damage here. Mountain Giant trying to head back every which way. Avatar of Vengeance is right there. Priests need to do a lot of healing, as we could see. Well, there's a follow-up Bash Bolt. And, well, Mountain King is going to get that Mountain Giant here in just a moment. Oh, Staff of Preservation saves it. A beautiful Staff of Preservation at the last minute. Mountain King unable to get to that Panda now, as that Panda is, well, has a little bit of a lead. Mountain King, Stormbolt onto a Forest Troll Berserker. Priests need to heal back up. Mortar Team's going to start lobbing in some damage as well, as so much damage is being absorbed here. Spellbreaker down to 55 hit points. The Spirit of Vengeance is dealing so much damage here. If they just focus down the right unit, they will have no problem whatsoever. It is down to 23, down to 11. Priest, is it going to heal it up? Yes, it does, just in time, as we're going to continue to see all of this engagement. Spellbreaker's turning back around. Mountain King is right here again. Staff of Preservation saves another unit. Avatar of Vengeance, could it get Stormbolted? Well, Stormbolt onto the Panda instead. Panda trying to shift back away. Spellbreakers down to 71 hit points. It cannot stick around that long. Mortars are just trying to lob in more damage, able to find and connect onto some of that as well. Spirit of Vengeance is still pushing damage onto that Mortar Team. Mortar Team gets invisible at just the last moment, as the Priest now needs to start healing themselves up. All right, Priest, is it going to be able to invisible itself? No, it does not. The other Sorceress didn't get the memo to do exactly that. Archmage. Is it gonna, what, level 2 Brilliance or level 3 Water Elementals have been dropped down. Mortar Team gonna get taken out. Not a beautiful sight. Mortar Team should have been focusing onto those Dryads instead of just going after the Ancients of Lore. Ancients of Lore will end up falling. Archmage gonna stay at 5. Mountain King will stay at 5 too. Not quite enough experience to get to level 6 as the Mortar Teams finish off the remainder of this army. All right, Warden is here, ready to go. Phantom Knives lands. Mountain King, is it gonna Stormbolt? Stormbolt onto the Warden. Warden could get Staff of Preservation back out again, as the Mountain King now chases after the Panda. Mountain King does have Boots of Speed. Panda does not. We're gonna have a bit off to the races. There's a Stormbolt. Damage is gonna be coming across. There's the Bash. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability could be used. There's another Bash. Is the Mountain King gonna get his Panda? There is, oh, Earth Storm and Fire at the last possible moment saves the Panda, as we're going to see a Dryad now get taken down. All right, multiple units going to continue to try and engage. Cyclone picking up Holy Light onto the Mountain. Hey, Holy Light onto the Mountain King? No, not quite yet. as the Mountain King still taking a lot of damage. Units are now trying to head back every which way. What is that Mountain King doing? How come he's not getting healed? Stormbolt onto Storm as the Warden now comes back in. Archmage could be in trouble. Archmage gonna get taken down. There it goes. Paladin had so much time to try and constantly heal. Stormbolt back onto the Warden. Warden uses the Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Mountain King could get taken down. He gets up to level 6. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability in time, as we're gonna see, well, Earth tried to head away. Mountain King gets healed back up. Mountain King still taking a lot of damage. It should, well, Breath of Fire Storm. What? Okay, you can't blame me. This is a crazy game. Okay, that felt like a battle for like 12 straight minutes.
Our gold mine is running low. Our forces
All
are
right,
under
coming
attack.
back across over here, it looks like players are finally able to rest and go back into their respective corners. No one wants to continue to battle this through right now. Archmage sitting at level 5. Brilliance Aura is at level 3. Gonna go ahead and try and engage. Spellbreakers are here. Paladin is nearby, should be actually holy lighting this Mountain King. Mountain King does have Bloodlust, enabling him to attack faster, perhaps a little bit more bashes, as a Crystal Ball is dropped for that Paladin. All right. Trying to heal and reveal. Warden is right here. Nothing is here. Meanwhile, an additional expansion has been set up over here on the bottom left. We're looking to see what the follow-up play is going to be here. Mountain King is sitting at 6. Paladin is at 2. Archmage is at 5, going up against a level 6 or level 7 Warden and a level 6 Panda. Blacksmith. All right, main gold mines have already been mined out. Both sides trying to run on 2 bases here. Mountain King perhaps going to pick up a Clarity Potion, maybe even a Scroll of Regeneration at this point. The Paladin could also use a Clarity Potion. Both would be very helpful. Riflemen are only still 1-0 upgraded, as both sides are going to get ready to, well, throw down once again. Spellbreakers, the Paladin, if it can get to level 3 or perhaps clear out a difficult creep camp, that would be absolutely key. Meanwhile, Warden is going to shift off to the north here, and if it engages, no Scroll of Town Portal, on this army. This army is going to be sticking here for quite some time. It is an investment into a level 3 Paladin, and it is going to cost the expansion. All right, with that said, Lawliet is in absolute control of this game now. 2 bases to 1 with a 30 supply advantage. It looks like Blade just, without that Scroll of Town Portal, cannot do enough. Paladin having the Gem of Health. Calgar's Gem of Health is definitely going to help. Manual of Health being left behind, as that Paladin is going to be a lot more sturdier than it looks. The mortar teams, if they can take down this Tree of Life in time, he does know about it, and that may be just enough to try and get back on equal footing again. The army is, well, that is just that invulnerable army being left behind here, as, well, Stormbolt right there. Mortar team's going to be able to quickly finish off this Tree of Life. Are we going to even see a Scroll of Town Portal? We could see a Scroll of Town Portal. 1-2 more volleys. Oh, not enough to finish it off, as we're now going to see the engagement here. All right, there goes the blink. There goes the Fan of Knives, hitting that entire backline. Stormbolt onto the Warden in the back. No Breath of Fire right there. Potion of Invulnerability used finally. Dryad's going to go back the other way, as the Warden blinking and Fan of Knives everywhere. All right, we are looking. Mountain King going to try and engage here. Warden is going to be able to get away. It could try and get away. There is another bash again. There's Staff of Preservation to try and save, as, well, Water Elemental is absorbing much of that damage. There goes a bear. A mortar team's going to try and continue with that splash damage once again. Only 1 mortar team. Staff of Teleportation coming back. Holy light right there, as we're going to see a Fan of Knives eat through, and now the mortar teams both getting blown away again. Stormbolt onto the Warden. Warden down to 357 hit points. Mountain King, that Stormbolt is not going to be coming out in time. Far too many Mountain Giants and no Knights, as the Mountain Giant, oh, there's a blink again. Warden blinking around every which way. Mountain King and a Stormbolt, oh, tries to get the blink, unable to do so, falls once more. Warden falls again. Mountain King now going after the Dryad's going to finish it off. Mountain King could go after the Panda, but the Panda, well, just split into 3 ways. All right, Earth, Storm, and Fire here, ready to go. Dryads continuing to poke. 59 compared to 42 supply. Paladin sitting at level 3. Stormbolt back down and finishes off a unit. Gets to level 4 on that Paladin, taking down the Ogre Mauler. Archmage here, ready to go. Let's see, Paladin could shift back down here. You see the Panda continuing to engage. Dryads, Archmage, 3 heroes. Archmage says, you know what, I'm just going to teleport out of here and get back into a comfortable location. Scroll of Regeneration should be used. Selling up some items, and this is the last effort. Archmage selling all of his items, liquidating his inventory. Mountain King pretty much doing the same thing except for Boots of Speed and Robe of Magi for extra mana. Archmage, oh, Brilliance Aura, let's take a look. One Spirit of Vengeance could disrupt all of that healing right there by multiple units, and doing exactly that. All right, Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, multiple peasants will get taken down. 69 supply compared to 36, and this may be the slow bleed now. As we're looking at still 2 bases and soon to be 3 compared to 1. I don't know why it flickers like that. My apologies. Blade played a great game, but I think this is just going to be too much. A 30 supply advantage followed by 3 bases, multiple level 6 heroes. Paladin is at level 4, but that's still not going to be enough. Panda getting gold just by attacking bases here, knowing that he has time to wait and regroup for that Warden. Once the Warden is back out onto the field, that may be it. We may even see Blade just tap out after doing a ceremonious defeat of a Tree of Life or something like that. As we're taking a look, this Tree of Life, well, about to get taken down. There it goes. Mass detonations as well. Archmage now shifting back off to the north here. No mortar teams in this group. Mountain King off in front, off to the races, trying to perhaps go after some of these units. Goblin Shredder, Spirit of Vengeance is right there. A lot of damage. Stormbolt dodges as the Warden able to dodge that Stormbolt there. Has an anti-magic potion as well. Is she gonna use it to get away? Nope, doesn't even need to. Blade throws in the towel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.